Now, Sri P. Rajeeve, you only 6 minutes, eh?
Thank you, sir. Actually, we are enlightened with the
Yeah.
views expressed by
Yeah.
our
That's very clear now.
eminent lawyer and the finance minister
Yeah.
Arun Jaitley ji.
Now nobody has any doubt
I
about it.
rise to support the bill, sir. This is the need of the day. My party CPIM has a consistent stand on this issue, judicial reforms. We stand for a comprehensive judicial reforms. The reforms should not be confined to appointments. We want a judicial commission which deal with not only the appointments but ensure the standard and accountability of the judiciary. Instead of the proposed judicial appointment commission, we want a judicial commission. I am seriously hearing the remarks of Jaitley ji, was an eminent lawyer who became one of the youngest additional solicitor general of the country at the age of 37. Then I am seriously hearing to know what is Jaitley ji's stand on the accountability issue. While we were discussing the bill mooted by UPA 2, at that time I quote from your speech, sir, I quote, I would personally like to see a National Judicial Commission which has not merely the appointment powers, but too, which there is some element of accountability of the judges itself. Again, I quote from Jaitley's speech, I quote, now should the National Judicial Commission only be an appointment body, or should it also have some element of powers in relation to accountability or not? In my respectful submission, it must have powers of accountability. Sir, I want to know, what is your view on this issue? This is your speech on this, the bill voted by this. What is your view? This commission have the powers only for the appointment. Whether the lane law minister did not accept the respectful submission of the eminent lawyer of Jaitley ji, and what are the reasons behind this change of position? That is true. Now you are in the government. Earlier you are in the opposition. You were in the opposition. At that time you have one stand. Now you have changed the stand or diluted your position on the accountability of the judiciary. And earlier your position, I think Jaitley ji at that time congratulate the consistent stand of CPIM and the left. At that time, Jaitley ji mentioned that we should have a comprehensive judicial appointment mechanism. Then the country should know what are the reasons to change the position of BJP regarding the accountability should be incorporated with the legislation which handles with the upper judicial commission, sir. Sir, I could not find any reason for that. There is no change in the situation. The situation is as it is in the bill mooted by UPA 2. Sir, Jaitley ji correctly mentioned that the era before 70, we had a very good mechanism. Then after 70s, the pendulum moves to one extreme in favor of the executive. But after 1993, the pendulum went to another extreme in favor of the judiciary. We could not find a single word, collegium, in the constitution. But that is the rule of the day, sir. That is the failure of the legislature. Actually, we failed to address that issue. That is true. Devashankar Prasad ji correctly stated that is culmination of the exercise of the 20 years. But we failed to make it a fruitful exercise. But this is a good movement. I support this movement, sir. But, sir, now, as per one report, I don't know whether it is true or not, 70% of the judges of Supreme Court is coming from 132 families only. One former Supreme Court judge is regularly writing the blogs, mentioned that this is uncle syndrome. Uncle syndrome. The uncles nominated their nephews, sometimes father syndrome, but we could not see mother syndrome because the representation of women in the upper judiciary is very minimum. Then we could not find mother syndrome, but uncle syndrome is there. That is 70% of the judges in the apex court coming only from 132 family. One collegium member A support to the proposal of mooted by B. Earlier you have mentioned in the house, and there is a exercise. Then this is the result, sir. Sir, we had waited several years to get a woman judge in the apex court. Now, after the retirement of the one Chief Justice of our country, CJI, there is no judge belongs to SC, ST community in the apex court. I raised this issue several times as a question, but the answer from the ministry, we don't have that statistics of this SC and ST representation in the apex court. A single judge, we could not find a single judge belongs to SC and ST in the existing apex court of our country. Then how can we correctly get a justice if it is not representation of the society? If it is not reflect the objective realities in the society, how can we get a natural justice from this apex court, sir? This should be addressed. Then I moved an amendment. Out of the 6 members, 1 should be a woman. There is a rotational mechanism, but out of these 6 members, either Chief Justice, no chance, but out of these judges, yes, otherwise these eminent personalities or law minister itself, 1 should be a woman.
You want the law minister to be a woman, eh?
They can change it if needed. They can change it if needed. If there should be one from the... Sir, I am representing from the state of Kerala. I am living in the city of Kochi, where the great judge of the country, Justice E.R. Krishnaiyer, is living. He is crossing to 100 years this coming November 15th. He is crossing the century in coming November 2015. He is still arguing for the reforms at this age, for reforms in judiciary. High Court, sir. There is no structure to hear the public in the process of selection. No principle is laid down. No investigation is made, and a sort of anarchy prevails.
That is what we are doing now. We are saying that.
Then my question, is it sufficient to address these issues? We have very good examples, sir. That is Britain example. UK system is considered as a model of participatory and transparency in the appointment system. The Constitutional Reform Act CRA 2005 was recently amended by the Judicial Appointment Regulation 2013. There are 15 members in the JSC. The chairman always be a lay member, not a judicial member, not a chief justice, always a lay member. Concern of the appointment of judges is not, the appointment of judges is not a concern of the judiciary or legislature, sir, 2 minutes, sir. Not a concern of the judiciary or legislative or executive, it is a concern of the public. Then this commission should have more participatory, should have the representatives of professional, jurists and other sections of the committee, sir. Sir, there is a distinction between new judge and senior judge. The judge should be elected by the collegium of all judges, the Supreme Court judge, and there should be a representation of the High Court Chief Justice elected by, just 1 minute, sir, elected by the collegium of the all, including all High Court Chief Justice. There should be 1 from among them. There should be 1 representative from Bar Council. And 1 point, last point, sir, whether it is going along with the Article 14 of the Constitution. Article 14 of the Constitution, equality before law. If it is there, there should be a notification. Notification for the vacancies. And the qualified lawyers have the right to submit their application. Then only you can ensure the transparency of the system. And last point, sir, this should not be confined to the appointment of judges and judges in Supreme Court and High Court. It should be applicable to the tribunals. State and national tribunals.
Okay,
that
now,
is a new phenomenon, sir.
That's all.
By this way, I support
That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.